my fiber friends. It is currently December 31st, 2024. And, well, I hope if this video finds you that you are just as, oh, that would be a firework. Anyway, what I was saying, I hope that if this video finds you, you are as obsessed with and crazy about and into knitting and fiber arts and spinning as me. So I wanted to also make a video to start Happy New Year! I wanted to start by kind of taking inventory of what I have on my needles now. So we just start by doing that. I'm not prepared. I don't have it with me, or I don't have everything with me, and I only have 2 things on my needles right now. So the first thing I have on my needles, I will get right now. That would be this, my Berlin scarf, which is taking quite a long time, and it really shouldn't be taking this long, but it's a long scarf, so. And then the other project I'm taking into 2025 is one that I started not that long ago, which is a pair of socks. Happy New Year! And those are the rib socks, which is patterned by James N. Watts. And the scarf pattern is by Paula Strict. So those are the 2 projects that I'm taking into the new year with me. And they're accessories, so they shouldn't take too long. And they're not anything that I'm like holding off casting on a new project for. Starting in the new year in about 2 hours. No, I'm gonna go to sleep and then wake up, and then I'll probably cast on in the morning. But what's next on my queue? What's the next thing I want to cast on? I want to cast on next a gift knit, and that is the Humblebee shawl by Fiberglass. And when I first started watching knitting videos, this was like a really popular pattern, and I saw Casey from Young Folk Knits, I think she was doing a knit along, and so that's how I first kind of heard about it. But my mom is obsessed with bees and beekeeping, so this is like the perfect shawl for her. So I'm really excited to knit that for her. And using my new Christmas present that I got, which is I got a ball winder and Swift for Christmas, I caked up these 2 skeins, and it's Cascade 220 fingering, but it's such a pretty color, and I think I'm gonna hold it double because it's a DK weight. This seems kind of like a thicker fingering weight, but I don't know, I haven't done the swatch yet. So yeah, that's the yarn. And then the other thing that I want to cast on pretty quickly in the new year is a sweater for myself, and I don't know what to cast on though, so help. I'll insert a clip of the brown yarn that I took. It's really pretty, rich, dark chocolate brown yarn. And at first I was thinking of knitting the Erin sweater by Irene Lynn. And I still really like that sweater, but I don't know about the brown yarn for that sweater. I think it would look nice, but something about it's not like clicking. The other sweater that I saw and I really liked was the Amy sweater by Petite Knit. I've never knit a Petite Knit sweater, but I really like how that one looks. And I saw Amy from Knee Knits knit a brown Amy sweater, and it's a really similar color to what I have. And so I was like, wow, that would be gorgeous. So maybe I'll knit that. But then, I don't know, I have like a few other things that I wanted to look at as well. Okay, so to recap, I don't know what sweater to cast on. So, I figure we can snoop through my Ravelry favorites to see if anything pops out or helps me kind of solidify what I want to do. So be prepared to look through my unhinged favorites. I just go on that little Rabbit app and then just heart everything. So, well, this McFlurry is saying hi. This is McFlurry, one of 3 cats. Okay, there you go. Down you go. Okay, so I think I figured out how to, or remembered how to start a screen recording. Okay. Let's see, new screen recording. Okay. Okay, promising. Okay, so let's look through the top. Okay, so this is pretty, that's color work, that's not. Looking for these socks I have currently on my needles. I am kicking myself for not buying this kit from, they came out with kits, Holskarn, I think that's the yarn brand, and it really wasn't even that crazy expensive, but you know, it was like right when I was buying all Christmas presents and stuff, so I was like, I probably shouldn't. Okay, let's see. This is a bulky weight yarn, but I love the seed stitch. Okay, so the Yoon sweater has been on my list for a while. I've just really admired it for a long time. And this light version is a DK weight, but it has mohair, and I think a lot of what makes it so beautiful is that halo that that it has. I don't know, but that's on the list. Okay. Okay, yeah, so here's the Amy sweater. This is the Amy sweater that Amy from Knee Knits made that I really like. And the brown that I have is pretty similar to this, and I feel like it would just look so nice. So I feel like this one might be my top contender. Oh, this sweater is so pretty. I think I would probably add everything from Aegyo Knit to my favorites though, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that is so pretty, but that's heavier. That's a yarn weight. Definitely on my list for next year though is to knit maybe a couple things by Egg Unit. This is gonna probably be my next cast on, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow, January 1st. Okay, I'm getting distracted. But this is just snooping in my Ravelry, so. Okay, this I love. Yeah, this I just think is so pretty. This is definitely not the kind of yarn that I have. It's like a blown yarn, it looks like. But wow, I think this is definitely on my list of something that I want to make next year, even if it's not the next sweater I do. It's so pretty. Okay. Gosh, I am so bad at using Ravelry though. Oh, I tried making these socks and I totally failed the heel. I don't know what happened. Oh. I'm sorry. Happy New Year. Okay, continuing on. Okay, yeah, so this is the Aran sweater that I really like. This is somebody's project that I saved. It's just, I really like the fit of how this one fits. And I think it would look nice in the brown yarn, but I think it just looks so much nicer in a lighter yarn that I don't know. I'm just getting a little caught up on that. And the last sweater I knit was textured and it had cables. So I feel like it'd be nice. I think that's why I'm leaning more towards the Amy sweater. Because I think it would be nice to have something that is like, has some stockinette, ribbing, yeah, maybe something a little more straightforward to start off the new year. Not that I don't like texture. I find it really fun to knit. It just takes a long time. Oh, look how pretty this is. This is fingering weight and a very aspirational knit that I don't know when or if I will ever make, but I had to favorite it because wow, so pretty. Okay, I think I'm getting, oh gosh. Happy New Year. Okay, I think I'm like rushing through this. Yes, I have the striped pipe sweater on here. Don't have the yarn for that. Ideally, I feel like it's something that you would use like extra skeins to knit. But I have it saved because when and if I have the yarn, I would love to make it. Okay. Oh, these are so cute. Adorable, adorable. Look at his pants. You're joking, you're kidding. Adorable. Okay. Oh my gosh. This rib wave sweater is like no sweater I've ever seen. It's so cool. It's like such a cool sweater. I like that it looks like kind of like a v-neck effect, but it's like totally not a v-neck. Like it almost looks like you're wearing a sweater underneath it from kind of like far away. It's so cool. Really, really cool. What is this? This is a DK weight, but it is, again, like really light and airy. And I feel like that is like the whole effect of it. Like it adds a lot to the finished piece. So maybe I'll like keep this in mind, but maybe I should look through project. Oh my gosh. We still have 2 more hours of this. Maybe more. We'll see. I mean, and when I say this, I mean the fireworks. Okay. Yeah, they use merino by Knitting for Olive and mohair, soft silk mohair. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, where is the projects? 120 projects. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Does this have mohair? I don't know, but that looks, I like how that looks. I think it does have mohair. Okay. Mohair is just expensive. Okay, yeah, I like how that looks too, and I don't think this one has mohair. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, actually, never mind, maybe. Okay, again, going down a rabbit hole. Okay, see, this was the last sweater I made, the Rivendell pullover by Sari Nordland. I loved it. It was like my first cable sweater, and she does a great job of like walking you through everything, and the pattern's not too like it's not confusing, and it has really good instructions, so definitely recommend. I did the I-cord finish for the neckline, and wow, love it. Oh yeah, the porcelain sweater. So this is the Erin sweater by Irene Lynn again. This is her photos. Yeah, I do really like it. I just have to make all of it. I'll have to just make everything in my favorites list. Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting into just some kids patterns, vests, things. Oh, something that I do want to do. Well, this is, I have this pattern, the bifurca vest, and I had yarn and I started the project, and then I just ripped it out because I was gonna be playing Yarn Chicken, and I never done color work before. That's something I want to do this year, and so I just decided like I'm gonna wait and get different yarn and do it right, so to speak, so I'm not stressed out about the yarn and stressed out about figuring out color work, and it's like a really interesting construction, and so I was like, you know what, we're gonna do something else. But look how pretty this is. See, ideally I want to do something like this with brown, maybe with some of the leftover brown if I have leftover, because I have quite a bit of that yarn, and then a cream or like a light gray, or maybe even use my hand spun that I'm spinning. I don't know. But that is on my list, so maybe I should just go ahead and transition to talking about my goals for 2025, which aren't super like specifically certain sweaters. because I know if I say like, oh, I'm gonna knit this sweater, and then I'm gonna see something else and want to knit that and just start doing it kind of impulsively. But that's something I like about knitting, is you get the creative spark and you just start it and then you just ride the wave. At least that's kind of like how I work. Anyways, okay, how do I stop it? How do I stop screen recording? Literally Google it. Awesome. Okay, well, we figured it out. That's what's important. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, goals for 2025. One, knit socks that actually fit. Just try other sock patterns, different heel constructions, different, like the rib socks that I'm doing. I've never done a fully ribbed sock, so I'm excited to do that. I've just done vanilla socks. I really want to knit a cardigan this year. Maybe 2 cardigans? At least 1. Yeah, and I think I want to do more of like a bulky weight cardigan, mostly so it doesn't take so long. Maybe even steek a cardigan. There's a cardigan called the Paul cardigan that I saw on a knitting channel. Oh, String Things by Mel. She's knit a couple Paul cardigans and they're so pretty, and I love like the silhouette of the cardigan, so I figured maybe try that. But when I was looking at the pattern, I think I remember that it involves steeking, which, hey, I'm just gonna, try it. Try not to be, just don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. Just do it. Yeah. Another goal that I have is to gauge swatch. And I know that's like super cliche. Nobody likes to gauge swatch. But I think I need to start doing it. So that's like a challenge to myself. Just do it. Oh, another goal is to knit with the yarn that I am spinning. I got a drop spindle this year, and so I've been learning how to do that. And like the first skein I made, it's weird. It's definitely weird. I'll show you. And like, I don't know what I'm doing, like how to like ply things. Like, you should have seen me. Here she is in all of her glory. Look at that. Gosh. But yeah, like it almost looks like a boucle because the weights of what I was spinning at the beginning and at the end are so different. But I'm still really proud of it, and I will use this for something, even if I just make like a big, I don't know, like tapestry looking thing, or like I don't know, I'll use it for something. But yeah, I kind of want to try knitting a hat out of my hand spun, if I can get it together and ply some up. Yeah, so that is a goal. I thought about maybe incorporating some of my hand spun as like the color work in maybe the bifurca vest against the dark brown yarn. Another goal that I have is to do less gift knitting. I feel like I spent a lot of time this year and last year knitting gifts for people, which I love to do, and it's so fun to give people like a knitted thing, especially if they enjoy it and they really like appreciate it. It's like one of my most favorite things. But I really want to get good at I want to get better at making garments for myself, and also making like practical things that we need in our house, like mittens, or socks or hats that we will just use in like more like utilitarian things that I tend instead to like make little fun accessories and like give them away, or like knit blankets and give those away. So I want to do less of that this year and make more garments for myself and like practical utilitarian things that we need. And the last goal is to track my making, track my knitting more, because there's that quote, like, what gets tracked gets improved, which I don't know if that's exactly the quote word for word. I'm almost guarantee that it's not, but that's the idea. Like, if you're tracking something, you will, like, your focus is there, you will improve it. So maybe making videos, trying to be better about like tracking things like in a journal, tracking things via social media, but really like with like a physical medium, like tracking, like writing things down. I need to get better about that, and I need to just be like more self-aware. I don't know. Yeah, so that is like, those are my goals. They're very vague, but I think it allows for more creativity within the goals, which is kind of how I like to tackle things. And like, I'm not trying to be too like strict, like, oh gosh, like, here's your 10 things you're gonna make this year, we're deciding right now. My brain I can't decide that right now. I can't even decide what sweater I want to cast on next. So if you could help me out with that, leave me a comment, let me know what you think a good sweater would be for me to do. If you have any good patterns that you really like, let me know. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this is not like the last video I post. Hopefully I get the guts up to like do this again and make some friends in the fiber knitting community. Yeah, I like get through the day by like listening to podcasts, knitting podcasts, and listening to what people are making, and like kind of living vicariously through that while I'm like, you know, doing chores or like potty training and like you know, scooping the litter box, you know, doing, you know, just normal daily stuff, working. And so I've watched so many for so long. I was like, you know what, I think it'd be fun to like talk about like what I'm making. So anyway, that's what this is. Yeah, and this is like, so I mean, like, I don't have a camera, I don't have a lot of things, but you know, we're doing it. I think that's another thing I want to do in 2025 is just don't worry about like what you don't have, what things you know, just like start where you're at and figure it out. And you know, that's the only way to improve. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching my 2025 knitting plans. I don't know what you would even call this, like, but yeah, thanks for being here. Here's cheers to the new year and making really cool things. Yep. All right, bye.